Hi everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. In this video, I want to open a package we received from one of our viewers. I want to show you what's in this plastic case, and I want to give you a quick update about our fundraiser. Now, I don't normally do these fundraiser updates in our video channel, but this one's pretty important, so I wanted to make sure I reach as many of you as possible. If you backed us last year for this season of Watch It Played, then you may not realize, but every Friday I do a Fundraiser Friday update over at the Indiegogo page. So if you turned off the email notifications for Indiegogo, you may not have been receiving these. Please go check it out once a week. You'll get a sense of how I'm doing with the perk fulfillment, what's coming along, and what might be required of you. And so that brings up this next point. I've almost received all of the promos that we're going to be giving away. I was waiting on XenoShift and Roll Forward Express, and I've been told those have been shipped to me, so soon I'll have them. In anticipation of that, I sent out an email to everyone that I believe is owed promos from that fundraiser. So if you did not receive an email from me, please go check your junk folder and see if the email is there, and then if it's not, contact me at watchitplayed@live.com. This is a very important email because it's asking you in a very specific way to identify the promos you believe you're owed, and then to confirm your mailing address. I'm doing all the perk fulfillment myself. I don't want to screw it up. I want to do this as smoothly as possible. There's a lot more of you than there is of me. So this would be a big help if you can get that email and reply to it. And then very soon, hopefully, I'll be able to start putting those packages together and sending them out to you. And as it relates to the fundraiser, this package here is a game called Battle of Wits. This is a game my friend Pep McDonald designed. He's been on the show before. You might have seen him in our 5 Tribes live playthrough that we did. And he designed this game. I asked him, would it be okay if I would release it maybe as a stretch goal in our fundraiser as a print and play copy game? And he said that would be great. And so I helped him a bit with the graphic design. Originally he had some cue cards and he'd just written words on them and such. And then I sort of created this design. And we were just going to release the print and play digital files. You could print it out at home, cut out the cards, put them in sleeves or whatever. And we're still going to do that as well. But I wanted to offer you an alternative option, which is going to Printer Studio and printing the cards there. Because Printer Studio is a great service. It allows you to sort of upload your own designs and then print them on proper cardstock. This is actually linen finish. And I believe it's a pretty reasonable cost. Now, we're not going to receive any money from this. It was meant to be free and print and play, and you can still do that. But if you do want to print them out on something perhaps a little more playable, then I wanted to provide that option. So this is kind of like our first rough draft to see how the graphic design that I came up with works on the cards, are things centered properly, and so on. I thought I'd just give you a quick, closer look at it to see for yourself. I'm not going to give you a full rules overview right now, but here's kind of an example of the setup. You have a space here for the draw pile, and drawing cards from here costs a certain number of action points, which is indicated here. And then you're going to have some of these as well face up on these cards, which again have a decreasing action point cost as well. Like to take this one would cost 3 action points, this one costs 2, and this one costs 1. We have a score track here. You're going to need some kind of token of some sort to kind of keep track. We were just using wooden bits, for example. And then there's a little helper card here as well, just to tell you the different actions you can take and the action point costs for them. Now, one of my biggest concerns was that we weren't going to be able to include artwork on the cards because this is a free print and play game. I wasn't going to spend a lot of money paying an artist to create illustrations for us, but I found all of these royalty-free vintage pieces of artwork, which I think really matches the old-timey feel that we were going for. So I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. And as I mentioned, this is printed on actual cardstock. So it feels like a real game, which I suppose it actually is. We're not promising you the world with this design, but hopefully you'll check it out, maybe get a little bit of fun out of it. And this is something, again, you can just print at home on your own printer if you want, or you can pay the extra money to Printer Studio to have it printed out like this. Now, once again, we're not taking any money back for ourselves. If you order it through Printer Studio, all of that money is just going to them to get it printed and then shipped to you. But the cost is pretty reasonable, and again, you'll find the information for that over at our Indiegogo page when we release it. For now, we still want to use this copy just to proof it again, make sure there's no spelling errors, make sure that we have the flavor text the way we want it, and so on. If I have one complaint at all about this printout, it's the case. Well, first of all, it's great. It comes in a case, but the lid doesn't snap on. It's just loose. So you can see the problem, right? I believe you can print out a tuck box. However, you have to order like 100 copies of the game yourself, which isn't really sensible for a print and play game. But you know, maybe in the future that's something that Printer Studio will release. Anyway, right now I have a box I want to open up. This is from Todd Kauk, and he very kindly sent this along. I actually know what's inside of it, so I'm not going to pretend I don't. But On the back he wrote, Kemet sucks. I think he was trying to get my goat with that comment. Didn't work, Todd. Didn't work. Joke's on you. I got a free game. From you. Which is kind of your intention, I think. So, okay. Whatever. Let's see what's inside here. And it is... Good cop, bad cop. Maybe he was playing a little bad cop there with that envelope. This is a game I think I heard first on the Dice Tower, maybe? And I heard it being spoken of positively. I think it's a bit of a party game. Here's some of what comes in the box. The rules are actually printed on cards as well. I don't know how to play the game yet myself, but my understanding is each of the players is going to take on some of the roles here, either an honest cop or a crooked one. There's a kingpin that you're trying to take down if you're on the good guy's side. We have a lead investigator. We have weapons. We have some equipment. We have wounds, integrity. There's actually a variety of these different identity cards. The game plays, I believe, 4 to 8 players. And there's a variety of different card effects you can use during the game. We've got metal detectors, planted evidence, a report audit. We've got a restraining order, blackmail, all kinds of different things that allow you to take different kinds of actions in the game. So unlike some other maybe more free-form games like Werewolf, for example, this is one where you're trying to figure out who's on your side and who isn't, but you actually have some tools to help you accomplish that job along the way. This is by Overworld Games, and Todd, I just want to thank you again for sending this along to me and for your funny comment on the back of the envelope. That gave me a chuckle. Games like this with a player count of 4 to 8 players aren't ones that are easy for me to show on the series, but this is something I know my game group will want to check out with me, so thanks for giving us that opportunity. Well, guys, that's everything. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.